Hi y'all, Randy from Grumpy Guys Outdoors again. Well, today I was planning on cutting some more cedar trees down and cutting them up and running them through the wood chipper, but there's something I have to do first. There was a big boar hog running around here and tearing things up and digging up the property, and I decided to go ahead and catch him. So last night about midnight I caught him. And I went ahead this morning real early and put him down. But I'm going to have to go over there and get him out of the trap and get rid of him. But I think before I do that, I'm going to go get some breakfast. Because it's cold outside. The north wind's blowing pretty strong. And I'm going to let it warm up a little. And so I think right now I'm going to go find a taco. And then come back and then go to work. So I think I decided to use this old wore out skid steer and go get the hog out of the trap. But I think it's a good idea to take that grapple bucket off and put that material bucket on. So that's what I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna try to use this old pull strap if it's long enough. But I sure gotta use my gloves because this strap picked up all the cactus thorns, and when you go to mess with it, you get them all in your hands. Bad thing about using this kind of strap around cactus. Okay, as y'all can see, when I built this gate, I only put one hoop, but it really needs another one down here. And what happened the last time I caught hogs in here, they were ramming the gate, and they moved the bottom of this gate out a good 6 or 8 inches. So what I had to do is go in there and put these stakes right in front of the feet or whatever that hold this thing up. I mean, yeah, make it stand up. So what I'm gonna have to do though, I'm gonna have to come back and weld some hoops on the bottom right there. Wire it to the T-post. But live and learn. Let's go see our pig right here. Yeah, as you can see, he's a big old boar. I thought he was, yeah, he's got spots. He's two-tone. I thought he was from the pictures, but a lot of what I was seeing was probably just mud. But he's a big one, and I'm gonna drag him out of here. You know, I don't have very many subscribers on my channel, so if anybody's seeing this, you can do me a favor and subscribe. You don't have to watch my videos. You can hit the like button, it's always free. But most of the thumbs downs I get when I do show a wild pig, so if you really hate this, show me by hitting that thumbs down button twice, all right? Anyways, I'm not gonna bore y'all with the details of dragging him out of here or whatever, but I'll get it done and I'll get back with y'all later. Okay, the big boar hog's taken care of. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go play with this little handheld 8-inch chainsaw I got from the Big A store. You know, the one that has the silver and blue Santa Claus that comes in 2 days when you buy something. And what I did, I went on that website and I typed in DeWalt 8-inch chainsaw, and I guess DeWalt doesn't make one, but they have a whole bunch that are yellow and black, and they say for DeWalt. So I mean, it uses your DeWalt batteries. Fits right in there. This one has an oil tank, and then down here has a primer bulb. I guess that's how you oil your chain. It's not really automatic, but you know, for the price, I'm not going to bitch about that. That's as long as you can oil your chain that way, that's pretty good. I guess this tightens the chain. Anyways, I'm going to go out there. I got my 5 amp hour battery and I got a 4 in my pocket, and I'm going to go out and play with it and see how it does. And well, it wasn't my intention to do a review on this little saw, but I've used up 2 bars on that 5 amp hour battery, and I've got the biggest mess in here in this little cedar thicket. So it's going to keep me busy with the wood chipper for a little while when I get all this cleaned up, and then I can come back in here and cut some more. But the only problem I really have with this little saw is, number one, I don't think it's oiling because the oil's so thick this morning because it's cold. And number two, I'm having trouble keeping the chain tight. This is your chain tensioner. I went back to the barn a little while ago and stuck a screwdriver and pried that forward and tightened that, and it's came back loose a couple more times. But what I've just done is reach down and break one of these little cedar sticks and use that instead of walking back to the barn and getting a screwdriver and tightening it back up. And while I was at the barn, I did pour oil on the chain. So anyways, it's got one bar left on the battery, and I've got a big old mess. And most of these little branches are cut, you know, ready to go in the chipper. You have to do that. When you cut one of these cedars, all the Y branches have to be cut off till you get up to the top where they're soft. But most of these are done and ready to go in the chipper. So I guess I'll end my video here. Like I said, if anybody wants to subscribe, you don't have to watch the videos. It'll help me. Just subscribe. Hit the like button if you like anything. If you didn't, hit it twice. Show me how bad you really hated it. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye. So now I'm in here messing with this saw again, and I found the screw actually that tightens the chain right there. I couldn't see that out there with the sun shining in my eyes, but there it is. That changes everything. So yeah, we still got probably about one bar left on this chain, and I did some more cutting after the last clip that I did. So with that screw there, I'm liking it even more. Okay, this here is about probably a 3.5 inch cedar, and I'm gonna cut it down with this saw. Let's see what it does. Well, it did it. It cut it down. I noticed on this thing it says to push this button every 15 minutes. The oil is real thick this morning because it's cold, but it is bar. Okay, well, I did a little grinding. I got this area pretty well cleaned up. Enough I can do some more cutting with the saw on some of these cedars. Those big ones not gonna go through that grinder, but we could probably get some of them down, pushed out of the ground. That oak tree, I'm pretty sure is dead. I'm afraid of it falling on me. But anyways, looks different than it did after I got finished cutting all that with that saw. And after grinding, I got a pretty good sized pile of wood chips right here. So I think that's enough work today for one old man. So I think I'm gonna take the tractor back to the house. Talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good one.